Hey guys, welcome back to another week, and this is a very important video. So if you guys are not members of cruisecasinomafia.com yet, our private membership where you get over 650 different private videos, strategies, PDFs, everything, I'm going to give you a little bit of a glimpse just to kind of give you an idea as to some of the original interesting stuff that we do. I'm not going to go into huge detail, but this is going to prove very helpful to people that do play roulette and want to see just a snapshot of some of the interesting stuff. So I'm going to give you a glimpse of a little bit of some of the money management concepts and things that you can do that you're not seeing anywhere else. Most of the time you're seeing, okay, I've lost, I've got to double. Okay, I've lost, I've got to go up a unit or something like that. So I saw the other day a video on our buddy Roulette Master's channel, one of the subscriber systems. And what he was doing was something like this. He was going to do the same money on black, let's say, and then he was going to do 1 through 18, right? And I think what the system did, the way that the guy explained it to Roulette Master, was on a break even, because remember there's break evens here, because you could have a black, but you could have a high black, or you could have a 1 through 18 and not have the black. So you get a lot of break evens, right? But what he was doing was he was still going up a unit even on a break even, right? And then once he was in, had a win and he was in profit, then he was going back down to the base bets. Nothing wrong with that. But what I'm going to show you is that we have multiple variations that you can test of money management concepts to put towards something as simple as this to decide what works best for you. So what I'm going to show you is one basic concept. So we've been using this for a lot of different systems. It's one of our favorite super slowed down conservative money management concepts. Now, I'm not going to go into detail with all the variations that we use this for. I'm going to use it in our two-step variation. So this is going to be done, and it's a two-step variation. We use this with multiple different little tweaks. So let's go ahead and just do this the way it is here. So we're just going to forget about the money. We're just going to use $5 to start with. And I'm going to use what the other guy was doing. He's stuck with black. You know what? We'll switch it up. I like red better than black. Why is that? Absolutely no reason whatsoever. Okay. So here we go. A 1 through 18 to start with and a red. All right? And we're going to start here. And what we're going to do is we are going to use a 2-sequence for this, right? A 2-sequence story. And if we win the two bet sequence, great. If we lose the 2-bet sequence, I'm going to show you what to do. A break even is not going to count. That's how we're going to handle that. Okay, so let's go. All right. 25. 25 is going to be one of those break evens because we hit the red and we didn't hit the 1 through 18, right? So we're not going to write anything down in our little scorecard here. We're just going to keep rolling and we're going to rebet. 13. Okay. This is going to be another break even. So it's not going to trigger our 2-bet sequence because we're just going to pretend like it doesn't exist until we get wins or losses. All right, so here we go. 13 again. All right, so again, it's a break even. So far, no wins, no losses. That's fine. 2, same thing again. So we're starting out with a lot of break evens. And sometimes that can happen. That is reality. And the same thing again. So look at all this. It's pretty rare that you see this many break evens in a row. No problem. No win, no loss. There we go. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. All right. Now follow the logic here. That's a win, right? That's a win. We won on both. We're up $10 right now. Okay. Now we're going to switch now. Now we're going to stay on the red and we're just going to switch to the 19 through 36. But more importantly, forget about that. I don't care about that. I'm trying to teach you guys something with the money management. We're only going to trigger in to the money management after a loss. That's going to trigger us into our sequence. Okay, our sequence. All right, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that once we have a loss. So we switched, we stayed with the red, we flipped to the 19 through 36. So here we go. 13 black. That's going to be a loss. Okay, great. So what we'll do is, that's going to be a loss here. So we'll just put that as an L, right, for now. We're just going to make this easy. We're just going to put an L here so we don't screw it up, right? Now, we are not going to go up. Here's the difference in the way that a lot of our money management works. We don't automatically trigger and hyper extend ourselves and put our bankroll at risk. We want to make our money slowly and methodically. So that's an 0-1, right? That's the way you got to think about it. It was triggered in. Remember, wins don't trigger us in. Only a loss like that triggers us into our system, right? Our money management. We're at 0-1 right now. So let's just go out and rebet. And we're only going to do up to 2 in the sequence. Watch this. And by the way, a break even won't count. Okay. That's another loss. Is good so that we can show you it's a loss on both, right? So it's a loss. So that would be like 2 L's, right? Now, it's a 2-bet system like this. Once you're triggered in with an initial L. It's either going to end with an L and a W, which is a break even, or it's going to end with 2 L's, right? There's no such thing as 2 W's because a W doesn't trigger us into the 2-bet system. So here we go, 2 L's. What does that mean? The 2 L's trigger us in to go up. So now we can trigger ourselves in. Now, for purposes of the demonstration, we're only going to go up 1 unit on each if this happens. Okay? You can be as aggressive as you want. I'm going to show you the way we play this type of money management, which is super slow and super comfortable. That's the whole freaking point. Because what we try to do is make a few units and run out the door. Because when you have a money management that's slow, you can play much bigger money comfortably. These could be $25 base bets, $50 base bets, $100 base bets. So now we lost, we're 0-2. That sequence is over. So we're going to go up $5 on each. Okay? And now we're looking for our next sequence. Right? This sequence is over right now. It's over. All right? We're in our second sequence right now. So let's see what happens. Okay, it's a win. Right? We won 20. So we're going to put a W here. All right? A W here. Now, before we put our money out, we're back to not break even. We're back to where we were at our highest point. So use your common sense here. If that brings us back to break even, do we have to stay at that higher level of bet? No. So watch what we're going to do here. We're going to put a big fat X here. That means that we're going back to the base. Okay? So we're going to go back to our base. So we're going to go back to our red $5 and we're going to switch to the 1 through 18 now. And now we're back to our base, which means when we win, we don't do anything. We stay there. But if we have a loss, that triggers us back in again. Watch this. And I can't believe I'm showing you guys this publicly. There it is. That's a win. Wow. We're up 4 units. Right? Now, what if those were $25 units? You'd be up $100 right now. You'd be running out the door. Or at least if you have a brain, you'd be running out the door. Most people don't. Okay? So does that trigger us in? No, it's a win. Just go right back out. The only difference is we won. So now we're going to switch. On a win, we're switching. And you can do whatever the hell you want. That's what I'm doing. Oh, look at that. We won again. Does it trigger us into the system? No. So we're back on red, but we're going to flip-flop to the 1 through 18. Look what we're up already, guys. Okay, that's a break even. That doesn't trigger us into the system, does it? Okay, so we just go back out. We don't switch, flip-flop, do anything. Okay, that's a total loss. Great. So we can show you what to do. That triggers us into our 2-bet sequence. So here we are again with the big fat L. Right? We'll make it red. That's how I know what the hell I'm doing. Right? And this is a 2-bet sequence. We don't go up. We just rebet and see if we're going to break even or see if we're going to have a second loss. We won. So what happens when that happens? We're going to put a W here. Make it green. Whoops, make it green. And that is the same as a break even. See? Look how many units we're up now. All right, we're up 6 units right now. Was there any stress? No. Because we didn't go up after every break even. We didn't go up after every loss. We haven't made any big bets, have we? The biggest bet we made was a 2-unit bet. So you guys are getting advanced stuff here. Super advanced stuff here as to a better way to play a lot of the nonsense that people are showing you. I'm doing this for one reason, to show you the power of the stuff that we teach. I'm giving you this lifeline. Okay? So this is a break even. We never went up. We never put ourselves in jeopardy of a long streak of losses that take us through the roof. Okay? So here we go. So that was a win. So I think we were on the low. Yeah, that was a 12. So we'll do it one more time. We're going to flip-flop sides. We're going to stay on red and go to 19 through 36. And we're back at the base level. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's a total loss. That's not a total loss. I'm sorry, we flipped to the other side. That's a break even. So the only thing we do is go back out. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a break even. Yeah, we don't do anything but go back out. A break even is a break even. I'm confusing myself. All right, there we go. Another break even. We're not going up. We're not doing a damn thing. Here we go. You see how easy this is and how stress-free it is? Guess what that is? It's a win. Does that trigger us into this system? No. But it does trigger us. Look at this. Look how many we're up now. Look at all the units we're up without any stress. Now we're going to switch to the other side, the 1 through 18. Okay? And we'll just do this a few more times. You guys get the idea. Oh, a win. No stress. $50. 10 units. Right? 10 units, walk away, goodbye, never had to go up. If you watch the Roulette Master do this, the way that the subscriber sent it in, he was up to $60 bets, $80 bets. Wrong. That's the amateur way of playing. Wrong. This is what we teach. And by the way, this little system here, if you join Cruise Casino Mafia, you're going to understand how the faction stuff works. We use this in a variety of ways. I tailored this specifically for this. But there are so many other ways. I'm sorry, guys. There are so many other ways that we configure this. Okay? So many other ways. So I think you guys get it. What happened on that last one? I don't even remember. I think that was a win. All right, I think it was a win. Let's see. That was a 12 red. Yeah. Okay, so that was a win. So we're going to clear it. We'll do it one more time. We're going to stay on the red and flip-flop to the 19 through 36. And here we go. Bam. Okay. That's a break even. We don't do a damn thing on a break even. Let's just go back out. That's another break even. No harm, no foul. Let's go back out. Another break even. No stress whatsoever. Right? No stress. Okay. I think we're on the high side. Yeah, that's a break even. No big deal. There you go. And that's another win. And there we go. Look at this. Was there any stress doing this whatsoever? Nothing. The most we went up was 2 units. So let's go over this again. Break evens, you don't move. Wins, I'm moving with the bet strategy. I'm flipping and flopping. But on a win, we're not going up. We're only triggered into our money management component on a single loss. And then that triggers us in, right? Triggers us in for our 2-step process. And if the 2-step process ends up with a break even like this, we evaluate where we're at in our balance to determine whether we're going to stay at that bet if you want for one more time. Right? Or, if you're back where you need to be or close to it. Right? If it's an LW. Just use your common sense, people, and look at your balance. If it's close enough, just go back to the base. If it's not, stay at the same bet level that you're at for the next sequence and evaluate again. You understand? If it's 2 L's like this, where you lost the 2-bet sequence, just go up 1 unit on each bet for the next sequence. Okay? For the next 2-bet sequence, like we did here. We won this bet, and it took us back. That 1 win took us back because it knocked these 2 out. It knocked the 2 losses out. So why would I stay for a second bet? I went back to the base. But if this happened here, I would have lost 2. I would be down 2. I'd be down 3, right? And then if this happened on the second one here, I would have made up 2 of the 3. And I would make a decision as to what I wanted to do. You know, from watching any videos that I do, I'm always inclined to go back to the base as fast as possible. This is what we call the faction system. We use this in many ways. I just showed you one of the most basic ways to use it, one of the safest ways you can use it. That's faction 3, people, or faction 2. If you learn the other faction variables and rules, you can learn all that stuff by joining us at cruisecasinomafia.com. This is one tiny little money management concept out of hundreds that we can teach. We'll see you on the next video, and I hope you guys got something powerful out of this, looking at something that nobody's teaching you. Anybody can tell you to play 2 different even money bets. The power is not in playing the 2 even money bets. The power is how you're manipulating your money. Manipulating your money. Anybody can double and double and double. That's not the approach we use. We'll see you on the next video, and hopefully we'll see you on the inside of cruisecasinomafia.com.